my fellow Americans.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to be bludgeoned over the head repeatedly by ignorance? You just know whenever someone claims to be speaking for all of America, you just know you're about to hear some stupid junk. Maybe this one will be different.
DADT, or Don't Ask and Don't Tell, as the term is commonly used. It's a policy restricting the United States military from efforts to discover or reveal closet homosexuals or open homosexual and bisexual service members or applicants. Now this would be discrimination, except that homosexuality is not a characteristic of a person, it is an act of a person.
Nope, stupid already. Nope, don't care. Oh, God, let's go.
Matter of fact, it is a sexual act that is considered as sodomy.
This fool just sat here and said that homosexuality is an act. And then he goes on to define it as an act. But then he gives the definition. It is a person who is sexually attracted to members of the same sex. That, sir, is a fail of biblical proportions. I just want you to know that.
That is why this cannot be a discrimination, because sodomy went for both heterosexual and homosexual, and there was no discrimination against the two.
Homosexuality is not about what type of sex you have. It's about who you're attracted to.
Immoral sexual behavior, such as homosexuality, is just one of many guidelines that restricts military personnel in uniform from having open self-expression.
Homosexuality is not simply defined as butt sex. Has it ever occurred to you asshats that someone can be a homosexual and never engaged in sex, period? When did you become a heterosexual? Did you become a heterosexual after you had sex for the first time? Or were you just heterosexual from jump? I'm going to go ahead and bet the latter. And even if it were, how is that immoral? How does anal sex equal immorality? Help me connect the dots here. Maybe my brain blips is off. Maybe my brain cells are kind of being funky right now, but I really can't draw the line from anal sex to immorality.
Some of these policies include military haircuts, such as it doesn't allow black American males to wear braids or puffy afros. It doesn't allow whites nor black males to wear earrings while in uniform. It also frowns on sexual acts such as having affairs, and of course, anything that has to do with sodomy.
The fact that you just sat here and complained homosexuality, which is as much of a key component of someone's being as their skin color, with a hair fad or a hairstyle or earrings, only further demonstrates to me why you should never turn on a camera again. Ever. And now we get to listen to Skeletor, aka John McCain, ramble about all things idiotic.
Would be affected by the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell? Shouldn't we have that assessment? What the chairman has done and what the majority of the Democrats have done is in blatant disregard for the morale, effectiveness, recruitment, and retention of men and women who are serving in the military today.
Okay, riddle me this, Skeletor. How does someone's sexual orientation impact the morale or the performance of the company that they're in, the troop that they're in? How? Let me just use my imagination. I'm on the battlefield, right? Bullets whizzing by me, bombs blowing up, people dying left and right, screaming, getting shot up, blown up, tanks, trucks flying by, planes flying by overhead, all that. Why would I give two smooth squirrel turds who the man beside me sleeps with? Whether it's men, women, freaking horses, camels, I don't care if he's about to go give a blowjob to a 90-year-old camel. As long as he got my back, as long as I know he can do his job right, he can sleep with whoever or whatever he wants.
No matter how unfavorable to many servicemen and women are, we understand that these are the guidelines and policies set by the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
And they're fucking stupid.
We also understand that if we choose to not follow these guidelines, then we would face reprimand, loss of pay, and even discharge.
Guidelines are made to be broken, especially when the guidelines are as ridiculous as this. The guidelines of the military once said that blacks weren't allowed to enlist. And then when they finally were allowed to enlist, it was decades more before they were able to fight side by side with their white counterparts. The same goes for women. This whole thing about it's a law, so now we have to respect it. I don't know where you've been, but some laws are really freaking stupid. And I mean really stupid. And this is one of them. I'm glad it's gone.
In what President Obama called a historic vote, the Senate today turned don't ask, don't tell into don't care.
Hallelujah.
Of the effect on the readiness and morale of the men and women in the military.
It does have the potential for increasing the risk of harm and death to our men and women who are serving in combat.
How? How does the fact that the woman who's loading the guns is a lesbian impact anything? Anything? Why is it even an issue? It's not. No one cares. No one cares. Oh, this is so stupid. I'm knocking stuff over. No one in the heat of battle is worried about who's sleeping with who, okay? It's about survival.
Now, I don't believe it will undermine the efficiency of the armed forces, but I do believe that it is a discrimination and not right to allow some people to freely participate in immoral sexual behavior such as having sex with the same gender through oral and anal sex.
Okay, just because someone's gay while they're in the military doesn't mean that they're engaging in sex while they're in the military. Do you think that all gay people are just looking for opportunities to just give each other blowjobs? You think that the dude who, when he knows that he's got some gay counterparts in there, he's just waiting to take some dick? He does not care, okay? He is in there to do his job and serve his country just like the straight man and just like the straight woman, okay?
Or to use the word that make it sounds nice, homosexuality, whether it be openly or in secret.
Why am I surrounded by Nimrods? Why do every time I pick my head up from my pillow, I'm forced to share this world with the incoherent ramblings of funditards like yourself? As a straight man, I'm sure that as soon as you turn this camera off, you are going to go out on those streets and you are going to rape the first woman you see, right? Because you run your life by your freaking sex drive, right? You can't wait to pin that little hot ass down and just I don't know if you do or not. I wouldn't be surprised.
But punishing other sexual behaviors such as affairs or just having multiple partners, which is all just as immoral to the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
But being gay does not mean that you're going to be promiscuous.
If this is the case, if we are now allowing people to get away with blatant disrespect to military law.
No one's disrespecting anyone just because they happen to like people of the same sex.
Then blacks should not be punished for wearing sideburns or African froze. We should all be able to wear earrings, and service members should not be discharged or kept from entering because of self-expression.
What, do you think that all the gay soldiers are going to be running around in pink uniforms now or something like that? They're just going to all turn into a bunch of Perez Hiltons and freaking Miss J off America's Next Top Model? Do you really think that's what's going to happen if when Don't Ask, Don't Tell is repealed? God, you're stupid.
And so I close. The military has certain restrictions and obligations that they require anyone who wants to serve to follow. Just as any other organization such as fraternities, if you do something that is not in line with your organization, then you should expect to be expelled.
I wish I could expel you from life. I just want to jump through the screen and just punch you in the face. I hate you. Why are you so stupid? Why is everything that comes out of your mouth so retarded? It doesn't make sense. I really... America's voice. You are not the voice of America, James Toney. You are the voice of funded article, ignorance, and stupidity. I'm Animaine. I've had enough of this junk. I'm gonna do something to get my mind off of this mess before I have a freaking aneurysm out here. Done. Done. Fail.